Hey guys, welcome back to Morgan Tarot. It's Lisa and I'm doing a reading today for Pick a Card. So I have pulled 3 cards from the tarot and 3 cards from the Oracle, 3 different tarot decks, 3 different Oracle decks, and you are going to be choosing the card that you are drawn to based on the crystal or the shell that is overlooking the card. So I will show you in just a moment. I just wanted to explain what I'm doing here. So we're getting messages of advice from Spirit, from the Guardian Angels, from our universe about how, what's going to happen for us in September 2021. So we're doing a September 2021 reading, getting predictions and guidance for you guys. It's going to help you have a bit of clarity ahead of time. And yeah, okay, so I will point the camera down for you guys. Thanks again for all of your support thus far on my channel. I am going to be doing a little bit of an offering for you guys, the people that are showing me the support, the people that are subscribing, that are liking, and more importantly commenting. That's really important for me to get feedback from you guys, because if I don't get that, I kind of feel like I'm just talking to a wall kind of thing. I need to feel that energy exchange between you guys. I need to feel that, I need to hear your messages of support and know that you are watching and it's resonating with you. So please don't forget, if you've watched any of my videos, to please, share your energy with me, exchange it, let me know what in my message resonated, if it did, and, how it resonated. Perhaps, you can, just please try to be a bit more exchanging with me in the comments, just so that I can feel like I am, helping people, rather than I feel like I'm just talking to, a camera basically and not getting any response. So comments are really important, and I just wanted to remind you guys about that. So thank you so much, but thank you so very much for all the support I've been receiving. The subscribers have blown me away. And yeah, the views have blown me away, and I'm just trying to get better at this and craft myself a bit better each time, and I am getting better. It's now what, 3 weeks, a bit over 3 weeks I've been doing this, and yeah, I feel like I've grown a lot already in that time. And yeah, I just really appreciate everyone's support. So yeah, all right, please remember, these are general readings. Whenever I do a reading for the collective, it is general, but I do feel like if you're drawn to this message, if you see this message, it is for a reason. I honestly believe that everything in life happens for a reason. So if you are drawn to see this message, if it comes up in your feed, this is the message for you from tarot, from the universe, but importantly from my intuition, which I have a really strong intuition that I tap into every day, that guides me in life. So yeah, this message is for you guys. So yeah, let's go ahead and get started, guys. So I'm going to point the camera down. Hope to have my new setup in the next few days sorted, but for now this is the setup I'm using. Just going to try and point the microphone closer to me so you can hear me even better. Alright, so I'm first of all going to show you, as you can see, we've got the tarot messages here. I've pulled from 3 different decks: the Alice in Wonderland Tarot, the Rider-Waite Tarot, and the Lightseers Tarot, and they are all covered by 3 different crystal energies. Now, crystals, I love crystals, as I'm sure anyone that watches tarot does. Crystals connect very much in with, messages that we need to receive from the universe and from our spirit guides. So we have, first of all, the rose quartz. I'm just going to read to you the message that the rose, what the rose quartz energy embodies, just so you're having, really thoughtful position about which actual card you're going to choose here, because this is going to really, it's going to make a difference in terms of, the message that you're going to receive. So yeah, have a very, listen into what I'm saying and have a think about, what message resonates most with you. So if you are choosing card number 1, we've got the rose quartz here, which is all about infusing your awareness with love. The rose quartz softens the edges and infuses your world with love. It can be for yourself, a person, or even just, your pet, a stone, a plant, some other being. It restores trust and harmony in relationships, encouraging unconditional love. It purifies and opens the heart at all levels to promote love, self-love, friendship, deep inner healing, and feelings of peace and confidence. The rose quartz is very much a friendship orientated crystal also. Okay, if you're going to choose card number 2, so meditating on this energy right now, I hope you're making a clear message based on what you feel most drawn to. Your intuition is spot on, guys. It will always be spot on. You know, choose the card that you feel drawn to the most. You know, the energy that you feel drawn to, the crystal that you feel drawn to, and also, you know, what you're seeing in terms of in the clarity that you have within your eyes. Okay, the second card that we have in the tarot is the Desert Rose Gypsum. Now, I was extremely drawn to this crystal when I was in the crystal store. I thought, wow, this reminds me so much of, you know, this particular shell that I had. This beautiful shell, I hope you can see it, that we picked up, my daughter and I picked up on a beach many years ago that we've kept. We've kept, you know, really precious shells, and they are all here. And there's a reason that we came across those shells. You know, they were able to give us intuition that we could not have tapped into without having this beautiful gift of nature. This is nature at its purest and at its finest. This is not man-made. This is nature created. So we felt very drawn to it. So yeah, I felt drawn to this particular crystal because it reminded me of this particular one, which I've also overseen with the Oracle card. I've aligned them so they're in direct correlation with each other because I feel like they are very closely connected in family. So yeah, this activates the third eye. It brings clairvoyant gifts out. It strengthens natural intuition and enhances psychic abilities. An excellent meditation stone to guide you to connect with your higher self. And reaching a deeper meditative state, which is you know, really important for us as we learn about how to tap into our higher selves through meditation. It enhances your dreams and past life recall. It will also raise your vibration so that you will experience white light and work with your guardian angels. Another really important aspiration that a lot of us have. We want to be working with our guardian angels to receive the messages that we need to receive in the timing that we need to receive them. This stone will help open and clean your upper chakras and restore the balance that you may have lost. So that's card number 2 in the tarot. Thinking carefully, guys, about your choice before I pull the energies. I will have timestamps, so you don't need to go through them all. You can hear the message for the particular crystal and card that you have chosen. And finally, on the Light Seers Tarot deck, I've got the turquoise, which is all about protection. It's all about serenity, protection, wisdom, balance, strength, friendship, love, positive thinking, sensitivity, and wisdom. The main message of the turquoise, you know, Spirit says to carry it when you're traveling. It embodies safe travels for you. It's a message of, you know, having a safe journey and safe travels. It's also known as a friendship stone, so it is a lovely stone to give to a friend. You know, it does assist in dealing with problems of the brain, the eyes, the ears, the neck, the throat, the respiratory system, the lungs, you know, migraines, headaches, allergies, hay fever. And emotionally, it can calm our mind, ease depression. It can be used for jet lag or for fear of flying. It empowers one around, you know, prejudice or bullying. So if that's something that's, you know, occurring in your life, it can be something to shield against that. It can, you know, also help to overcome writer's block. In terms of work, it can clear communication when giving information, so make things, you know, really clear with communication, you know, whether it's verbal or written. And you can use this when seeking promotional leadership positions in your workplace or in, you know, in general. So, you know, it's a stone of justice and a stone of obtaining, you know, both for obtaining it through the legal system. I think the law is heavily involved with this stone, but also feel like it's about fair and equal treatment in everyday life. So those are the messages I have for you from the crystals, guys. So now that you've got some clarity around what these crystals represent, just in case you weren't sure, now I want you to choose a card and a crystal. Okay. As you can see above, I've got 3 oracle cards. When I get to those, I'll explain those as well. Now, they don't have any, you know, specific messages other than I want you to think very carefully about which message you are guided to receive for September 2021. All right, guys, so we're now 9 minutes in, so I'm going to go ahead and get started. Like I said, timestamps will be in the description, so you won't need to, if you already know, you know, what you need to know about the crystals, you won't need to hear that message. But let's go ahead and get the messages for you. So if you've chosen card number 1, we have got the 6 of Wands. All right, so the 6 of Wands, guys, if you know much about tarot, you will know that this card is V for victory. This card is all about enjoying the moment. It's about good news. It's about victory. It's about enjoying the rewards of whatever it is that you have been, whatever fruits that you've put in, whatever fruits of labor you've put into the area of love, career, finance, whatever it is that you've been putting your energy into, you are going to be rewarded in the month of September 2021. You know, good news is coming in. It's well earned. It's a well earned victory. It's not something that, you know, you just get out of luck. It's given because it's granted because you've actually done a lot of hard work to earn it. It could be something that's in the public eye. You might work in the public eye in some way, and by that, you know, it doesn't necessarily mean, you know, that you're a rock star or, you know, someone who's on television every day. By that, it could be just someone that is like the front face of your business or your brand, or, you know, or where you work. You know, you could be someone that, you know, is often seen at the front desk, is the public, you know, vision and the public eye for whatever your brand or business or, you know, whatever it is that you're doing. So I feel like you could be someone that is in the public eye and people recognize you for where you work and what it is that you do. You know, this is success, you know, that builds future success. You know, you're building a solid, you know, a solid structure for the future. And, you know, I feel like, you know, that perhaps you're in a leadership position or you're working towards a leadership position. I feel like Spirit's telling me leadership for some reason. I just had, you know, that just was, Spirit just said leadership. I feel like you're accomplishing things, you know, you're being seen, you're becoming an influencer in your own right. You know, you're very optimistic about, you know, your opportunities. You're inspiring other people, the people that are around you. You know, it's something you've been working towards, and it's finally coming to a successful, you know, fruition, to a conclusion. And it's time to celebrate. It's time to celebrate, you know, your wins. And you know, you really need to make sure that, you know, you are, you know, allowing the people around you, the supportive community around you, whether that be friends, family, whoever supports you, you know, to witness your great success and to appreciate that progress that you've made, to be open to it, you know, to be humble, but also be very open to, you know, the messages of success that are going to come, and appreciation rather, that it's going to come from the people around you, your community, your circle, you know, your close circle of people that you know have in your life, that have been supporting you along the way. You know, they've been your biggest supporters. So it's about, you know, let your ego, you know, take that boost, you know, be okay with that, because you've done the hard work to create this. The Six of Wands is a very abundant, rewarded energy. You're being rewarded for everything that you've put in. All of the hard work that you've done has led you to this successful moment. So it's about accepting that success, and just seeing, you know, and just, yeah, and it's going to seed more success, you know, by accepting the success and being very acceptive of it and open and loving, and, you know, exchanging that with your community, your circle, the people around you. It's going to seed even more success and abundance around you from the universe. So, you know, universe wants you to stand back and see your own radiance, see how important you are, see how hardworking you've been, that you've really planted the seeds that have created a beautiful manifestation for you. It's going to help you, you know, move along on your journey and be even more successful by recognizing it, by being open to, you know, the abundance that's coming your way. You know, others might even be turning to you for wisdom. You know, you are the most important person. So, you know, Spirit says that, you know, no one else has your magic. No one else right now has the magic that you have to embody, that you're embodying, that you are putting out to the world through your energy, you know, the work that you've done. You know, Spirit just really wants you to know that, you know, let your ego take this. Let your ego get the boost that it deserves, because you put the hard work in, and now you're yielding the positive results in September 2021. So if you chose card number 1, if you chose, you know, the rose quartz, you are absolutely going to be an extremely abundant energy in the month of September 2021 and beyond. So remember, this isn't just for September. This is just a starting point for you guys, because like I said, if you are tapping into it, if you're being open and honest with yourself, and you are allowing yourself to accept this this amazing manifestation that's come into your life from your hard work, You know, this is not luck. Like I said, this is manifestation from hard, abundant work. You are, you know, if you're open to that, you're going to be seeding even more positive and even more rewards for your effort. So message from Spirit is, you know, you guys are extremely abundant in the month of September 2021. Whatever it is that you're working on, whatever it is that you're doing, continue to do it, and just, you know, be in your power, and that energy is going to continue to flow into more positive opportunities for you beyond September in 2021. All right, guys, so message number 2. If you chose the second card and you chose the Desert Rose gypsum, I always get that part wrong, the gypsum. If you chose this particular crystal and you were drawn to it and you were drawn to the card, you have got the Emperor. Now, the Emperor is all about, you know, it can be a masculine energy, but remember, there's no gender in tarot, so it just embodies a masculine energy. It doesn't mean that you are particularly a male. You could be a female who's embodying a masculine energy. But the energy that the Emperor embodies is, you know, it's authority, it's leadership, it's proficiency. You are, well, you could be wealthy. You are someone who is stable, someone who perseveres, someone who endures things. You know, it's a very effective, logical. They're also very logical in their experiences and their reality. You know, a very effective, perseverant, energy. Someone who's very realistic about things, and sees things very logical. And, you know, in that divine masculine power, that natural leadership ability, they have that natural leadership ability about them. And they like structure. They're very strategic and analytically thinking, like I said, very logical. They like taking action, and they like to promote their ambitions to those around them, and share that. And they share in that, you know, ambitiousness around with the people that are around them, to try and help that be almost infectious to them, that they also take the message of let's be ambitious, let's grow, let's, you know, be the best that we can be. Like I said, they like to take action, they like to promote themselves and others around them. And, you know, the Emperor embodies an energy of someone whose ambitions have been met. You know, they've done a lot of hard work, they've been respected in their career or field or in their energy by the people around them, and as a result, you know, they're well respected and their success has been acknowledged by others. You know, they desire to bring forth a better world for everybody. You know, it isn't just about them. The Emperor is all about making the world a better place. They have a big vision about that. They want the whole world to be better, and they strongly believe that everything that they do, everything that we all can do, plays that part in making the world a better place. So I feel like the energy for September 2021 for you is, you know, you're in that real, you know, you're in that energy where you want to make the world a better place. You are an Emperor. You're embodying that Emperor energy, whether you're male or female. It's really about, you know, being very authoritative currently, very proficient in whatever it is that you're doing, you know, having that leadership ability and whatever it is that you're doing, you know, being perseverant, being endurable, you know, and just being very logical in your thinking. You know, you're a natural leader, you're very strategic, and you kind of feel like, you know, you're building the world, you know, one like a structure, one brick at a time. You really do care about, you know, the betterment of the world and the betterment of the people around you. And like I said, you know, brick by brick, you feel like you're building that you know, improving people's lives as well as your own, because that's important to you. You know, you use your mind as well as your heart, you know, to rise to power, but you don't do it in an arrogant way or a way where you feel like you're better than people, than others, you know, but, you know, you use it as a way to lead your own evolution. You know, you use it, you know, you remain flexible and keenly aware of your own, your own energetic, you know, boundaries and motives. So, you know, you're not about, you know, flashing and showing off and showing, you know, look how amazing I am. I'm an Emperor. I'm a leader. You actually use your personable characteristics to draw people to you and to help them feel more powerful in their own energy and help them, you know, to evolve in their own energy. And so in that energy, you are flexible and you're aware of your own boundaries, and you're aware of your influence on other people, and you use it for positive effect, not for to build your ego or to make yourself look really important to others. I feel like you find opportunities of service, to be of service to others, and to build your empire essentially. I feel like you're building an empire, which is all about making the world a better place as well. It's not driven by your own inner desires and your own personal needs. It's driven by an overarching greater need to just make the world a better place and to help others be better at what it is better people as they are, but also better in whatever it is that they strive and want for in their lives. And I feel like you have a very powerful energy in September in helping other people to become more powerful in their own right. I feel like you're very confident, you're a passionate leader, and you kind of feel like the world is yours, and you have this aspiration and desire to help others to get to the same place that you're at. You're very empathetic by nature, you're very caring, you're very supportive, you are someone that others look up to, which is why you're in a leadership position. People have a lot of respect for who you are, and what you have to offer, and what you say is really important to them. Rules and laws are important to you because structure is important. Boundaries and structure are really, valued by you because they help you to feel safe. And I feel like you understand that they also help others to feel safe. Through your knowledge and experience, you've learned that, boundaries are what keep us safe. Having laws in place keeps structure and stability and safeness. You're very logical, and, you use that, that reason above anything else to lead you. And you just love to take the lead and take the reins and just guide people in the direction. It's not just about you, it's the bigger picture, it's about helping others as well. The Emperor is extremely, good at, protecting themselves if they need to. They never allow others to walk all over them. I feel like, they know when they need to protect themselves. They're not afraid to stand up, and take charge, or force change where it needs to happen, because they have a very strong leadership ability that other people respect. They're very logical, like I've already said, and reason is the best approach for them. They want to create stability in the people's lives around them and the people they care about. And I feel like Spirit's message is, just hearing from Spirit, the best approach, I feel like, if you're experiencing anxiety, is to look, to experience more logic and reason in your life. Try to experience more logic and reason as to be your best approach. I feel like it's not something that you've used in the past, maybe more emotionally driven or emotionally based. I feel like Spirit is trying to tell you in September 2021 and beyond to try and be a bit more logical about your thoughts and your thought process, and try to reason in a way that, allows you to step out of seeing things from an emotional lens and from being emotionally invested. So step out and look at the facts, look at it from a more factual, logical basis. And I feel like Spirit wants you to know that, if you do that, you're going to release some anxiety because you don't have an emotional attachment to it. You're rather seeing it more logically and, more effectively, I feel. That's just what I heard from Spirit. So just a message I got from Spirit. But don't lose touch with your compassion, though, because, Spirit is saying, don't lose touch with your compassion, though, because that is something I feel is very valued to you, and it's about that balance, isn't it? Having logic and reason is great, but you also still do need to have a level of emotion and balance as well, and compassion, rather than just seeing things completely logical and, not having that balance, which I think is that, the Emperor has the perfect balance of that, which is why they are the Emperor, a very abundant energy. The Emperor and the Empress, to me, are the most powerful court cards in the deck. So, this is an extremely powerful message if you chose card number 2. It looks like you are in a very strong position in the month of September 2021, and Spirit wants you to continue building on that very powerful, energy that you're currently in, because you really are doing, you're doing so well in whatever it is that you're doing in life. You're bossing up as a leader, and you are helping. Not only are you a leader in your own right, you are actually trying to help other people grow in their leadership capacities as well, and help them to build that ability to use logic and reason more and less emotion, but also still have that ability to be compassionate and empathetic as well, because that is really important as an Emperor or an Empress. And I feel like, you know, you're all about making the world a better place, one brick at a time. All right, if you chose card number 3, we are looking at the turquoise crystal. Yeah, if you've been, you know, drawn to the turquoise crystal and drawn to this particular card, we have the Queen of Swords from the Lightseers Tarot deck. Now, the Queen of Swords is, you know, she's a wounded warrior. She's been through a lot. This particular character, she, and when I say she, remember, there's no gender. I'm just reading the energy of the particular card. You know, she's a wounded warrior. Because she's been through so much, she's at a point in her life where, you know, he or she, the energy we're talking about, is at a point in their life where they might be fault finding in others. They might be very quick to find faults in others because they're in that mindset where, you know, they've been done wrong by, and they now feel, you know, maybe a little bit cold, a little bit callous towards others. They're very cutting in terms of their personality. They have like a tough exterior. You will have a tough exterior in the month of September 2021. I feel like, you know, through your experiences recently, you're going to have a very tough exterior to those around you, but you're going to be on the inner side of you, in your heart chakra, you're going to be fragile, you know, but you may come across as cold because that's what the Queen of Swords represents. She can represent coldness if she doesn't have the right balance. You know, she's experienced a lot of hardship. You know, she could be a widow, and she could be someone that has been cheated on, has been left out in the cold, has been abandoned, ghosted, you know. So she's got to really keep her barriers up strong. She's got to keep those walls there to protect her heart so that she doesn't go through and make the same mistakes that she did in the past. She's very much about learning from that, learning from past experiences, about inner growth. So she doesn't like show her cards, and she keeps her emotions very, you know, closely in check. She's not going to express them, you know, up front very easily without feeling that she can really trust the person that's around her. So I feel like you're going to be, you know, there could be an element that you're mourning something. There could be an element that you're mourning the loss of something in September 2021 if you chose this particular card. It could be that you've been through some really difficult challenges recently, and you're finding it hard not to be like seeing the fault in others, like in a particular person perhaps that has hurt you. You might be in a period of hardship. You might be feeling, you know, fragile and cold towards other people. You might even be like really belittling and tough-skinned around people, not being your usual, you know, easygoing, get along, down to earth self. I feel like you've got this wall up, this barrier. You've been, some sort of hardship has been, you know, happened in your life. In the month of September or just prior to September, where, you know, it's leading into September. You know, there could have been separation in a relationship. There could have been something really awful that happened to you suddenly, and now you're kind of feeling, you know, like you've lost something, and you're feeling the effects of it now. You might have a really, you know, negative attitude towards it. You might even have had, you know, a verbal abusive interaction with this person or this situation that you've recently had challenges with. You know, I feel like, you know, you're very thoughtful. You do have leadership capacities. You are, you know, well respected by the people around you. They know that you just don't tolerate any old thing. But I feel like you've only become like that because of the challenges that you've been through. You weren't always like that. You were more easygoing and more down to earth previously, but you've been through some challenges, and now you've kind of put up this cold exterior to people. You still have that inner warmth inside that people can get to if they open up the layers and get through the layers. But if they don't get through the layers, all they see is the cold exterior that you possess in front of people to protect your heart, because you've been through so much and you're now a wounded warrior. You're not prepared to just, you know, expose that side of yourself, that weakness almost that you see, to other people. You're trying to protect your heart. So, you know, as I said, you are a leader by personality, by nature, and you might have become that way through your experiences. You now, you know, lead the charge in how to protect yourself and how to have your boundaries and your walls up. I feel like you're a very unbiased decision maker, and you've gotten that way again through experience in your life. You're an excellent communicator though. You know, you're wise, you're logical, you're a good counselor. You can help others with the experiences that you've been through to help them not go through the same things. You've got, you know, a great deal of integrity and honesty. You know, you are all about truthfulness, honesty, upfrontness, just being, direct and seeking the truth, and you know when someone's not telling you the truth. If your truth doesn't match up with the truth they're telling you, you're going to be very quick to cut them out of your life, because you are extremely honest, but also extremely perceptive now, through your direct nature of seeking the truth. I feel like you see straight through people that aren't honest and upfront with you. Very intellectual, very honest, very graceful, very logical. I feel like, Spirit's saying, your wisdom is it's framed in truth and proof. Like, you've become wise through seeking truth and proof. And when we say truth, there's got to be proof behind it. It's not just you're going to accept whatever someone says on face value, on just the words that they say. There's got to be actions to back it up. There's got to be proof to show that, the truth is being spoken for you. Because of your past experiences, once again, I keep hearing past experiences. Spirit keeps repeating that message. There's something that's happened recently in recent past that has caused you to become the Queen of Swords energy. You avoid gossip. You don't fluff around with that kind of stuff. You're someone that just wants to hear things up front, not secondhand. You want things to be honest up front. You're honest in your relationships. You're direct with your friendships. You're direct in your speech. You're quite witty. You can be clear-headed. You are very unbiased, and reasoning is really important for you. Like logic and reason for the swords energy swords are all about logic and reason. And I feel like you're very unbiased and you are a good reasoner. Your communication style, as I said earlier, can come across as a bit cold or cutting. But I think Spirit's message to you is to try and use empathy and compassion more. Currently in the month of September 2021, you've been through something really difficult recently, but Spirit is saying, if you continue to come across cold and cutting, you're going to cut out maybe the right person that comes along, or the right people that should be in your circle, the people that want to help you and want to be your community right now after this difficult experience. If you're cold and cutting, you're going to cut out the people that that are meant to be in your reality right now. They're meant to be in your life, supporting you and getting you through this challenging, difficult time. So Spirit, I feel like the Spirit's message is to try and use more empathy and compassion, to help with the delivery of your communication, to be more open to, people and not see everyone as doing wrong by you, as not being, as not hurting you and being negative towards you. Try to, get back some of that natural personality that you embodied, which I talked about was, being very open and honest, but, also being down to earth and easily approachable, witty, funny. You're a very intelligent person who has leadership capacity and abilities. But through this difficult challenge you've been through, you've now kind of shut down and become a bit more cold, verbally abrasive even, not communicating clearly with people because you're trying to, keep those boundaries in place so that they can't hurt you and they can't, you feel maybe lie to you or not be honest and upfront because you value that so highly now after, finding out things that perhaps you were lied to about. You now really value, truth and clarity. And Spirit's message is, to try and use your empathy and compassion more in the month of September 2021 to help with, your communication style with others. Otherwise, you're just going to cut people out, people that want to help you and want to be in your life, for the right reasons. So just to remember that not everybody is out to hurt you. Yes, something awful has happened, but it's not going to be the story of your life. It's not going to be something that happens to you all the time. So you do need to still be open to love, be open to, use that empathy and compassion to help with, your communication style towards others. Otherwise, they will just, shy away from you because you're so abrasive and difficult and maybe even verbally abusive at times. Just speak your truth always. Remain clear-headed and clear-minded, but, remain compassionate, remain empathetic, because they are values, they are characteristics that you did value in the past, that you do embody, and you just need to find them again. You've just been through something challenging and you don't right now want to do that, but Spirit is saying to tap into that side of yourself again, that witty, light-hearted, more, open, less confrontational personality. Spirit wants you to tap back into that energy because that is your true self, and you don't want someone who did wrong by you to change who you are, because they don't have the right to do that. You know, they don't have the right to do that. Spirit says they don't have the right, they don't have the power, they don't deserve you to lose who you are. You know, if they've done wrong by you, that's something that they are going to face the karmic wheel for, because everybody faces the karmic wheel. So whoever has hurt you, I feel really, difficult times have really been happened to you recently. Whoever has been in that energy, who's done the wrong thing by you and caused you to become the Queen of Swords energy, they're going to get their karmic, response. The universe sees fairness and equality and values it. So if something's been imbalanced and unfair and someone's done the wrong thing and there's been an injustice here, that person will receive their karmic debt. It's just inevitable. It's just a matter of when it's going to happen. Yeah. So the karmic wheel turns in people's favor or against them, depending on the things that they've done in their life. So that's why it's important to do good, to always do good, because then you can never, fear that the karmic wheel is going to turn against you. And we have no control over that. The universe has the full control over what happens to us. Make no doubt about that, guys. I think we've all learned that the hard way. All right, so if you chose card number 1, the beautiful shell that my daughter and I collected from a beach many years ago and we have held on to. It's a beautiful, broad, crystally, it's crystally in appearance on the other side. It's very hard to see in this lighting, sorry, because it's white. It's just a white blur with the LED lighting, but it's, it's very, on the one side it's very abrasive, as most shells are, and on the inside is extremely smooth and shiny, and it has a very milky white appearance. It's an absolutely beautiful shell rather. So the card of message that we have for you, if you've chosen and you were drawn to Oracle message number 1 and shell number 1, is becoming braver, resilience, experience, growing stronger, fresh perspective. Card number 5 in the Alice in Wonderland Oracle. Now, I feel like this message is here to say to you in the month of September 2021 that you've been faced with challenges. You've been tested in recent times, I feel. Your character has shone through and been demonstrated to all around you. Your character has embodied, through adversity, your character has risen above and shown everybody who you are. You have a great character, and I feel like people, recognize that about you. You're extremely, you are a strong character. I feel like I'm just hearing the word character over and over again. Yeah, you're a great character. I feel like you've learned an awful lot, whatever has happened recently has just grown your life experience beyond ability to, put into words. So, you've learned so much. Your ability to cope with big or small things in testing times has shown your true character. I feel like, you've just become extremely, through your difficult experiences, that you've been through, you've now become obviously braver. The card just, we're just going to read the card at face value as well, resilience. You've built your resilience based on what you've been through. You've learned how to become more resilient as a person. Through your experience, you've got now a fresh perspective and you're growing stronger. And Spirit's message is, whatever you've faced, whatever challenges, they've tested you, but you have risen above. Your character has been, your character's been demonstrated. You have a strong character. You've learned the lessons that you needed to learn. The message from Spirit now is to acknowledge how much you've learned, be really proud of what you've learned. You can cope with anything, big or small. These things come in our life to test us, to test our ability to grow, to test our strength, to test our resilience, just to test us in general. We all have these challenges in our life, so don't think this is just happening to you. But this is all about you becoming better, a better person than you were yesterday. A better version of yourself than you were yesterday. So in the month of September 2021, if you chose Oracle deck number 1, Oracle card number 1, and were drawn to this particular shell, Spirit's message to you is you are extremely, you are extremely brave, you're extremely resilient, and this is, you are growing as a person because of the experiences that and the challenges that you've been through recently. Your character is extremely strong right now, and it's going to be growing even further in September 2021 and beyond. So you're becoming far more resilient, far more brave, and you know, and far more, your character is, you know, strengthening more than it ever has before in this month. All right, if you are drawn to the beautiful stone that this shell, like I said, that my daughter and I collected on a beach, is very much looks like the desert rose gypsum that I spoke about already. We've got this beautiful coral-like looking shell, and it's really hard to see with this lighting because, you know, it's LED and it just looks like a white blur from what I can see. It's beautiful. It's, you know, crafted in that, and it's, you know, this is not man-made, this is natural. You know, it's crafted in that it's all, if you run your finger over it, they're all tiny little bubbles, you know, and it almost looks like an aero bar. It's just white, you know, the chocolate aero bar. Beautiful, beautiful shell that we were both drawn to and collected many years ago now. So let's get the message for you guys from Oracle deck number 2. If you are drawn to Oracle deck number 2, the message for you is breathe. Now, obviously, straightforward message, breathe. You know, we all breathe. That's how we stay alive, right? We breathe oxygen. But Spirit's message is, you know, beyond that, okay? So there is more depth to this message than just the word breathe. Spirit is telling me that, you know, you've been patient. You maybe been going slowly. You might be focusing currently on your wellness, on your mental health, your well-being. You might be meditating and growing in your ability to grow, you know, to trust your instincts and your intuition. I think Spirit's telling me slow down. I can hear slow down. You know, Spirit wants you to slow down in life in general. Take a breath, you know, meditate, smell the roses, breathe in the sunlight and the fresh air, release the darkness, you know, and by doing that, miracles will appear in your life. I feel like you're in a bit of a dark energy, perhaps in September 2021, if you're receiving this message. Not fully dark, because like I said, but I also feel like you've just been going like full speed ahead. You might be really, you know, life is just going really fast for you. You might be working really hard and just not taking enough time to self-care. You might, you know, this might be a message and a reminder for you that you need to check in with yourself more and meditate. You need to tap in with your higher self and your higher intuition. It might be reminding you that you need to slow down, you know, meditate, smell the roses. You're just almost like your pace is going so fast that you're not noticing the things around you. You're not being present. You're not being mindful. You're not smelling the roses because you're too, you know, focused on the outcome. I'm getting to where you need to go and getting the job done and, you know, making things happen fast. Spirit is trying to say, slow down. You don't need to do that. You have time. I mean, time is obviously precious, but Spirit is saying, you know, not to rush this, to focus on your mental health, slow down, you know, focus on mental health, meditate, trust your intuition more. You know, get out into nature, breathe in the fresh air, breathe in the sunlight, view the sunlight, you know, take beauty in the sunlight, watch the sunset. It just does really, it just does really recharge your heart. I know for myself that that's what it does for me. It is my happy place watching the sunset. You know, the message could be that, you know, maybe right now, also conversely, if you're not going really fast, you might also might be being quite lazy, you know, and by lazy, I don't mean just doing nothing all day, but, you know, just almost wasting time and not making the most of every precious, you know, breath that we have in our life. You might be sleeping too much. You might be, you know, not wanting to leave the house or having any motivation outside of work, or even if you're not working, you might be just spending all of your time moping around, feeling negative, feeling sorry for yourself, sleeping, you know, just not expending your energy in a positive way so that you can try and create new opportunities in your life and abundance and happiness. You might be stuck in this dark energy, or you could be just going really, really fast, full steam ahead in your life. There's two extremes and two messages I'm getting from this particular card. But the outcome and the message from Spirit is still the same. You know, go outside, get fresh air, get in nature, move out of your head and into your body. You know, life is magical, and, you know, our breath is precious, you know. Breathing is precious. That is what keeps us alive, guys. So this isn't just simply breathe. We're already breathing. You know, we're all already breathing. Otherwise, we wouldn't be hearing and reading and seeing this message. But Spirit is trying to remind us, you know, to either slow down if we're going really fast-paced in our life. You know, be patient. Be more patient. Slow down. Focus on wellness, meditation, mental health. Trusting your intuition. Meditate. Smell the roses. Breathe in the sunlight. View the sunset. You know, see the beauty around you. Be more present and mindful in the present moment. If you're someone that is not taking the time to do those things, if you are also conversely, you know, feeling sorry for yourself and moping around because things aren't happening for you, Spirit's message is get outside and get with nature. Get one, you know, get in nature and be at one with yourself. You know, find time to meditate, find time to smell the roses, find time to see how magical life can be if you're present and, you know, you appreciate every single breath that you have, because without that we wouldn't be here. We wouldn't be able to experience the joy and abundance that life has to offer when we get out of our negative mindset and get into our body, into movement, into connecting with spirit, into connecting with our intuition, into meditation. All of those things are going to turn things around for you. So the message from Spirit is those two messages, you know, slow down, or alternatively, you know, stop sitting in a dark, you know, energy where you're not moving anywhere. So I feel like that was a very clear message there from Spirit, guys. If you chose card number 3, we've got a beautiful purple, I don't know if you can see it, but again, a beautiful purple and white shell, and it's very purple on the inside. A beautiful texture, a bumpy texture. It has layers of lines, almost like a stream from the sun coming out. It's hard to see in this lighting, guys, but yeah, if you were drawn to that particular shell, you have the card from The Universe Has My Back. And this one is just a straightforward message. I'm not going to analyze it too much because I feel guided that this particular oracle message is what it is, you know. Whatever the message is the message, you know. It doesn't need to be analyzed. It's simply a simple message from the universe. I feel like we tend to overanalyze messages sometimes. All of these cards I've read for you previously, I feel like needed to be explored and, you know, explained through Spirit sending me messages and through my intuition. But this particular card is what it is. So let's read it. When I'm connected to my joyful presence, I attract support from the universe. I'm going to read that again. When I'm connected to my joyful presence, I attract support from the universe. So I feel like what Spirit is trying to tell us there is, you know, when we are connected to joy, when we have joy in our heart, when we allow joy to come in our heart, when we're not thinking from that negative mindset and we're thinking more positively. And it's also about the people we surround ourselves with. You know, if we're surrounding ourselves with people who are negative in their mindset, people who are toxic in their energy, people who are just not seeing the beauty around them and not, you know, meditating and being mindful and present, if we're surrounding ourselves with those types of people and energies, we're not going to attract the support from the universe. So the universe is reminding us that we need to tap into joyful presence, whether that be on our own and just being more, you know, joyous and abundant and, you know, and acknowledging every beautiful moment that we have, that we're breathing and we're alive, and being present and meditating on that energy and accepting the messages that come in from us, from our spirit guides and our guardian angels. Or it could be, you know, also it could be both, a combination of both, or surrounding ourselves with people that, you know, Spirit's saying, you know, perhaps, you know, be around people that expand more, you know, expend more joy, that help you to raise your vibration, to help you to feel more positive and happy, that are more like-minded. Those are the people that you need to be around to help your reality become more attractive, supportive, and, you know, and you'll get more support from the universe as a result, because the universe is simply saying, if you don't do these things, then, you know, you may not get as much support from the universe as you might have gotten if you followed the message very clearly that the universe is trying to send you in September 2021. Connect to people, connect to energies, connect to people, connect to your own presence in joyfulness, and the universe will support you, is the message we get from card number 3 if you chose that particular card. Alright guys, those are the messages I have for you for the month of September 2021. I hope you enjoyed the read. Can you please, obviously like, share, subscribe, all of that good energy. But what I would like you guys to do, and I'm going to, ask this, I guess, for the first time in any of my videos thus far, I'd really love it if you guys could comment and tell me what particular cards you were drawn to, why you were drawn to it, what particular crystal or shell you were drawn to and why. I'd just really like to get a bit of feedback from you guys about the reading in general. Positive messages only, thank you. But tell me why you chose a particular crystal or card and why you were drawn to it, and then you can maybe give me some clarity about whether it resonates with your situation. And yeah, just generally let me know what your thoughts and feelings are about, you know, the particular card that you chose and the reasons why you chose it. So I'd really love to hear and get some feedback from you guys, so that I know that I'm, you know, that I'm sharing the messages for you and that you're receiving them. Like I said, so it's not like I'm just talking to you know, a video and not hearing anything back. I do want to exchange my energy with you guys. So yeah, please comment and tell me, you know, why you chose the particular card you did. Please tell me what your thoughts are about the message I gave you, whether it resonates with you, and you can always come back in September and tell me whether it was accurate or not. I really love to hear back from you guys about that. It does help me to continue to doing what I'm doing, you know, with motivation, and that people are, you know, hearing my message, they're appreciating it, and they're feeding back to me, you know, messages of, you know, what they're receiving and whether it's accurate for them, and you know, and those kinds of things. So, you know, please exchange your energy, please share, please comment, please like, please subscribe. But most importantly at the moment, I'd really like you guys to comment on my videos and let me know why you chose the particular card you did and whether it resonates with your situation. And like I said, you can always come back in September, because this is a predictive energy and I hope it does help you. I really hope it does. I'm actually going to be doing a bit of a strategy where I'm going to be to appreciate and reward those people that do comment more on my content. That's my subscribers, but also anyone new that's following me here. I am going to be picking some random commenters, and I'm going to be offering them a free reading, just you know, a 10-minute sort of 2-card reading. So yeah, if you are commenting, please keep in mind that I will be going through the comments, and I will be finding you know, random comments, and I'll be offering you guys a 10-minute 2-card read, where you can ask me 2 questions, and I'll pull 2 cards and get advice for you and clarifiers if needed, and it'll be a 10-minute reading for a select amount of people that I choose from the comments. So just a bit of a call to action, guys. So please help me out. I'm trying to grow my channel, and it really does help to have people giving me feedback in my videos. So thanks so much for watching, guys. I'll see you in my next video. Thank you. Bye.